What's up guys, back to another Konosuba video. In today's video, it was going to be a showcase for Wiz. However, at the moment, there's no enemies that are weak to water, and that kind of sucks. You can't really fight a story boss because they die in like 2 hits. So been in a pickle on that one. Let me know in the comments what your thoughts are on a showcase. Pretty much I was going to showcase these two teams, as I think the water trio just replace Aqua with Wiz is pretty much her best team. Ignore the fact that her ult is one. I kind of just threw them all together at the moment. But yeah, I want to take advantage of Chris's red shred to really get the most oomph out of Wiz. But like I said, the only fire enemies at the moment that are weak to water are in story mode, and they're weak. So like I said, let me know any ideas if you want to do that, or if you're all okay with waiting until we get a fire enemy. Only issue is that last time I waited with the Thunder Union, it was like 4 months later or something crazy, and at that point it's like, who cares? So of course let me know. But in this video we are going to talk about Megumin. Now as you can see, Cosmo's on the team, nothing else. That's because sort of the same issue. Megumin can really only go crazy, not only go crazy, but you probably only going to run her in maybe a fire event or explosion, and then arena. She doesn't really get used in much normal content because you don't want to faint too much. And so I'm thinking of a team, and I'm like, okay, well, I think it would be better if I just talked about Megumin over just using her, unfortunate as that is. Once there is a arena weak to fire, I'm gonna go crazy. So, 3 things you have to think about with Megumin. 1, is she better than the Re-01, the famous best Megumin, right? This Megumin has 2 AoEs, has a tier 2 boost to magic attack and a tier 1 agility boost for allies, very strong. This Megumin has the boost to her agility and a magic attack to just her, but it's a tier 3 and a tier 2 versus a tier 2 and a tier 1. So this Megumin is going to hit harder and have a slightly faster agility buff, plus this one's going to have more damage. So overall, I think they're sort of neck and neck. As long as there's not like 50 enemies and they did, like, you know, they're water or something, I feel like the legendary one is just going to be better overall. Plus the EX skill is just insanely good, right? So the next thing is, okay, this should be the best Megumin right now. Second issue with it is eventually, I believe when Legendary Chris comes out was when it happened on JP, the bosses will start to resist non-super effective element attacks. That means if you're using ReZero Megumin, like ReZero Megumin is used right now in arena, she's on like all the best teams. It was this explosion, which kind of puts a dent in Megumin's whole gimmick of just, you know, use your moves, die with your ult, do a bunch of damage, and move on to someone more useful. So her damage is going to get nerfed, so that means that unless you're a pure fire Megumin, you're not going to get the most bang for your buck. So that pretty much turns into, is Legendary Megumin the best fire one? And as it stands right now, global, by far. The only one we have to compare with is the OG, which is minor reduction to enemy magic defense and moderate boost to magic attack, 1 AoE. I mean, this Megumin is just... Hang on, what is their magic attack? 464 versus... Okay, well, it's only 3 less. But still, this one is going to hit way harder with its HP. Above 70% restriction is going to do way more. There is the 3-star Megumin people use. This one has this one. You can max it out a bit easier, but you're not going to be able to outdamage that Megumin with the 70% boost. It's going to be a little hard because Megumin does take a bit damage, you know, at her front line, but as long as you have her above 70% HP, she's going to outdamage all the other fire Megumins. Then, here comes the next part. This is prep for JP. JP only has 1 other fire Megumin at the moment, and that is the second Annie Megumin, which she does a party debuff block and then has a bunch of damage if above 70% HP as well, and a party 4-second cooldown reduction. She's really good. Only issue is she doesn't boost herself magic wise, like magic attack wise, and you're running the, or not running the Crimson Demon buff, obviously. You're not always going to use it on the anniversary one because you might be running a pure fire team that just doesn't have like Crimson Demons on it, but it's still really nice to have. Overall, I do think the legendary Megumin is slightly better just because if the enemy doesn't debuff and there's a lot of, you know, more beefy waves, since the anyone has 2 single targets, if there's like 5 enemies, then it's gonna kind of suck. And I believe this one hits harder, our anniversary one. I feel like overall she's just slightly better. So I do believe that the legendary Megumin is the best Megumin that we have at the moment and that we are going to have for the foreseeable future. I could be wrong on the Annie one. I obviously don't have her on well, do I have her on JP? I might actually have her on JP. I haven't used her. But anyway, this Megumin is very good. I do wish I could showcase her a little bit better than, oh yeah, I'm one-shotting the minions and then exploding kind of thing. It's probably not going to look better than ReZero with 2 AoEs, but once that damage reduction comes in, I don't see ReZero Megumin being used like almost at all. Probably in light arena, right? Because she'll still do good damage and then explode, might as well. But it is going to take her down a notch. Let me know your thoughts on that damage reduction in arena, by the way, because if your favorite character is Megumin, I feel so sorry for you. It's actually, I wouldn't say it's dumb, it makes sense, but it kind of invalidates Megumin's whole gimmick. I wish Explosion would ignore the type resistant, or I don't really know what to call it. It's like resistance to non-effective or not super effective moves, I guess. I don't have a good term for it, but let me know your thoughts on that. If you hate it, you think it's a cool, you know, use more, less used on element characters, like, you know, if they're weak to fire, you'd probably use like Fire Aru or something, even though normally you probably wouldn't, you'd use someone else. Let me know your thoughts on that. But yeah, pretty much end of the line. This is going to be the best Megumin. If you have her, definitely build her up. When Fire Arena comes around, this unit is going to go insane. Probably going to be the must-have fire unit for a while. Let me filter it to fire real quick. Take off Crimson Demons. Split fear. Oh yeah, definitely. So, I mean, I am missing some of the fire characters, but Megumin definitely is going to be dishing out the most damage on this team. Definitely. That's much as I heard to say. I'm sorry, Christmas. But anyway, other than that, that is pretty much going to be it for the video. Let me know if you do want me to test out the Megumin. Maybe I can go to a boss and actually try to just, you know, hit with skills and then explode. Not really sure what to do about that besides arena. And also, of course, like I said before at the beginning of the video, let me know what you want to do for Wiz. Showcases, I guess, has said many times before, are very annoying because if you don't have the right arena or event out, it's kind of like, you know, are you really just going to beat up a, you know, 3-hit story boss and just be like, yeah, this is the damage, you know? But anyway, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more Konosuba content. I will catch y'all in the next video.